If there's a problem, it always comes back to the disclosure statement 99% of the time. Oh, the real estate doctor. Wow.
We had logos. Did we pay for this?
We could probably get in trouble for that.
Yeah.
Call the doctor.
We for sure stole that from somewhere.
It'd be a doc. Yeah, exactly. Why wouldn't we? One of the most important things that you're going to do when you sell a home, and actually the most important thing you're going to see when you buy a home, is called the real estate transfer disclosure statement. Super, super, super important from a listing agent perspective to make sure that the seller goes over everything, does it themselves. You can't fill it out for them, but they have to do it themselves. But you should be there to help them clarify. My process is that I will give it to them and state that, hey, answer these questions the best you can. If you don't know what the answers are, just kind of write it on a post-it, put it next to it, and then we'll talk about it. If you have any questions whatsoever, and if there's a problem, it always comes back to the disclosure statement 99% of the time. It's usually always about that. And if you didn't disclose it and they can prove that you didn't disclose it, you're going to have some problems. A house, you don't warrant a house for years and years and years, but people have to be able to see kind of what happened with the house before to know how they're going to use it later on. Yeah. So if you decide, you know what, I'm not really going to disclose that. That's not a big deal that we had 17 mice in our house when we moved in. It's kind of a big deal. And the thing you might want to say is that, you know what, we had 17 mice, but we had Orkin out or whoever, they filled these holes and we never had a problem since. At least you let them know, because the next time they call Orkin, they have a mouse problem. They say, oh yeah, I remember we were here. We caught like 75 mice in here the first time. And then it's a ding, ding, ding. Well, that's animal infestation. Some people, how you think of what infestation means, to some people, it might mean one mouse got in. To others, it might mean 100. And it's just best in which to be able to disclose it.
I always say you're going to get caught, so you might as well disclose it up front. When you disclose it out, there's no problems, right? When in doubt, disclose it out. 100%, because there are people that will buy your house knowing that something happened to it and that you fixed the problem and that it's not happening anymore and that they can live with that because it's the truth, right? I mean, most houses do have a story. Yeah. And when you don't, man, they get mad at you. You know, I've had so many customers where over the years, you get the one customer that will spend 15 seconds filling out the disclosure statement. Floop, 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 floop. There you go. And I go, so no detail. And then the next guy will spend a week filling it out, calling the city, verifying the permits were pulled so they can put in there that I called the city and verified the permits were pulled. It's unbelievable the scale of personalities that you get for a response. Now, what I've always done is with the quick, witty, go, here's your disclosure back. I've always told those guys and gals, hey, let's review this together. Like you said, Chris, I think that's a bright way to do it because they don't want to get in trouble. They just don't have the personality to sit down and fill out a form. So you sit down with them and say, okay, can you verify this for me now? You really do live in a flood zone? Well, oh, no, I don't live in a flood zone. I go, but you checked it. So you do or you don't live in a flood zone? Oh, well, then that's wrong. Here, let me fix that. And then I say, and they realize, okay, slow down.
Those questions are really bad when the other agent tells you that, oh, they're in a flood zone and you never reviewed it or went over it. It's an important thing. And a lot of people don't. They miss a lot of things in filling in. There should be nothing on that disclosure that's not filled in and or crossed out. Because if you don't have it, you just don't leave things blank.